are their kids' goals and plans, how well they're doing. Right, so the really good thing about this is that not only does it allow the student to work with his or her support team to lay out this plan and set those goals, but everybody now can be on the same page and understanding how the student is progressing. So if first 4 or 5 weeks, Johnny is off track in algebra, then everybody gets a notification and everybody can work together, the counselor, the parent, if there's a mentor involved, to keep Johnny back on, to get Johnny back on track so Johnny can reach his academic goals. Okay. So, any questions for me?
Sure. So how do kids access it? Do they access it from the school day or not school?
It's a web application. They can access it, and I'm not sure, Principal Stewart, how you'd want to implement it, but they can access it definitely at home. They can possibly access it at school with their counselor. So they can probably come into the counselor's room or what have you. They can look at it. The counselor can leave, drop them a message. Even if it's not a physical meeting, they can still do online, send messages. Hey, Johnny, I think you need to take 2 hours of tutoring in algebra to get you up to speed because I see your goal here. You're getting behind, but your goal here is to get into college engineering. You're going to definitely have to do algebra, then you're going to have to do, algebra 2, calculus, and things like that.
The support team is consisting of
Parents, anybody in the student's corner, parents, mentors, counselors, principal steward, that would be working to monitor the progress and working to basically step in to help keep the child on track if and when the child gets off the track.
and all 6th through 9th graders are automatically enrolled?
That's what we're gonna do.
That's your method.
Yeah.
Questions? Yes, ma'am.
Is it to serve, I guess, as like a role similar to a guidance counselor and or college advisor? Is that the intention?
Yes, it's so just to back up. So I'm from Louisiana. I went to school in Louisiana. I don't want to, Principal Stewart, if I have too much time, because I know you have to go, I have a quick story. So I was in high school, I was in 12th grade, and so in Louisiana we take ACTs. And they said, hey, you need to take the ACT. At that time I'm just like, what is the ACT, right? So that's the wrong time to be asking it, 12th grade, right? So, and then I could count the amount of times that I talked to my counselor on my hand about what I was supposed to be doing. So basically, took the ACT, I wasn't prepared, and then I got into college, I wasn't prepared. So I took remedial courses and I had to get up to speed. So basically, like you said, it is that, and it's to allow everybody to understand what the student needs to do to meet his or her academic goals as it pertains to college.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions?
Well, I mean, I know most of y'all got your young girls, young babies, but one of the things, it happens so fast, and if you don't start preparing, early on, actually, especially 5th, 6th grade, getting them to understand about college and start preparing for college, because, I mean, every day I can go into high school right now and I can ask a 10th grader, what college you want to go to? Oh, well, I want to go to Georgetown, or I want to go to Harvard, or something like that, but they have no idea exactly what it takes to get into those schools. And so one of the things that we're trying to do is to make sure that we try to start early, because we know if we get them around the middle school time, that age, most of the time that they can get set by the time they're 8th graders, because it takes a lot for children to improve a lot on the SAT scores, ACT scores, even with all the high school courses that they take. But if we can get them to understand, okay, what they need to get into college, what grades they need to have, what classes they need to take, it just gives us a better idea of what they need to do and set goals for parents, students, and the school together. I mean, I just like he said, when I took the SAT, I was like, oh, we gotta take the SAT, and I know I had to pay the late charges and and all that stuff because I just had to take it, at that time, and we just weren't educated enough on the SAT and those things that are needed to get to college, and so that's why I brought him in to talk to you all and give you an idea of what we're trying to do. We're try to help our kids, get those goals in place and give them just a mindset of being able to get to college, and get to the college that they want to get to. Yes, ma'am.
Will each child be able to have like a one-on-one session to talk about their specific individual needs?
Well, actually, through the system, and I'm gonna let
Yes, definitely. Through the system, what I would recommend is the student basically meet with their counselor, and discuss, their academic goals as far as what school they want to get into, and then they lay out their plan. And so each one should, after that, be able to lay out their detailed plan as far as courses, the grades that they need to make in those courses, and as far as when they need to take the acceptance test, the SAT and or the ACT, the timeframes and the target scores that they need to shoot for when they do that.
And since we take the PSAT, we start taking PSAT at 8th grade, we'll have those scores, and so we'll be able to track, okay, this is where you are with your PSAT scores, this is where you are with your Aspire scores compared to the ACT, and so we'll be able to track, and you'll be able to have goals set, like, hey, this PSAT score is not aligned with what you're trying to do, and so we need to intervene and do something to make sure that we get those scores. Yes, ma'am.
Who's the counselor here?
Well, I am, Ms. Arrington, Ms. Jackson.
Okay.
We don't have a specific counselor, so I go with that one.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you coming by. Hopefully our students can take advantage of the great resource.
I don't have a kid in the 6th grade yet, but if he's planning, if he or she is planning for college, you only select the grade 6 through 9. So you think the mindset we have them to pick a college in the 9th grade? Why wouldn't you continue on to like maybe the 11th grade? Maybe the 11th grade is really what they crack their feet and say, yeah, I'm gonna go to Harvard, I want to go to Yale, I want to go to Duke or something.
Yeah.
9th grade, they can change.
Yes, and speaking with Principal Stewart, I believe you wanted to focus on 6th through.
6th through 9th graders, but we're gonna follow them all the way to they
That's where we
graduate.
started now.
Yeah, we just start now, we're just gonna follow them all the way until they graduate.